Here to gloat, Mother?
Quite the opposite. I was concerned. I could not sense you after...
Your pet monster nearly destroyed me.
An unintended and unforeseen consequence of your continued assault against me. The mystical energies within our blood do not always mix well with off-worlders. But neither do the wards of your pretentious sorcerer. The venom creature is a calculated but necessary risk.
Your risk almost fractured my soul to pieces.
It is not your soul he fractured, but your chains. The shackle of your supposed caretaker.
My collar?
Every revolution of self starts with the tiniest of rifts. An ever so slight splinter in the glass. A hanging thread begging to be pulled until it unravels all. You should be celebrating. That crack is the beginning of your emancipation from my sister's control. She keeps you collared because she fears you. They all do. Sarah wants to hold you back from realizing your full potential, the way she tried to hold me back centuries ago.
I am my own being. Not Sarah's puppet, not yours.
Then prove it. Tear off your collar. Become your true self. My poor precious child. I wonder if you even could. Once you're unshackled, you will finally be free to be yourself.
And who is that? Answer me!
Hunter, we have finished the symbiote sampling device. Come to the forge to have a look.
Peter, what's wrong?
Stark and Strange are deciding what to do about Eddie. You think they'd ask, you know, the only guy who gets what Eddie's going through?
That sucks, dude.
Hey, Bob. Here you are, Hunter. One symbiote sampler, hot off the old demonic presses.
That is not what I expected.
Yes, I for one am not going anywhere near that thing.
You're a doctor. Don't tell me you're afraid of a little needle.
That is most certainly not a needle.
Well, you say tomato, I say one gamma-infused arc-powered laser tomato. Either way, we're good to go. Now we just have to get close enough to Venom to use it.
And I suppose you have a plan for that, too?
Actually, I don't. Been too busy wrangling our friendly Forge demon while ignoring Strange's advice in order to build a one-of-a-kind gamma-powered symbiote extractor that burns hot enough to pierce the sun. But basically, we just need to stick the pointy end in him and let the device do the rest. Once we jab that thing, the symbiote will be extracted and stored within the chamber. The fluid inside should maintain the sample's molecular integrity indefinitely. I based it on the saliva he left on you during that last round.
I see. And does Spider-Man, Peter, think it will actually work?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I've kind of been keeping him out of the loop on this one. Look, Peter's a great kid, with a big heart. He looks at Venom and he doesn't see the same mucus monster we do. All he sees is Eddie Brock. From what he's told me, the two of them weren't exactly best friends before the symbiote got thrown into the mix. But that doesn't matter to Peter. It's not going to be easy to get that sample. We'll have to get real close. I know Peter would give anything, including his own life, to save Eddie. Guess I just don't want to see him distracted when the time comes. Look what happened to me with Bruce.
Venom is not Banner, Tony. And Peter is not you.
Well, that's the point. I look at Peter and I see, well, maybe the person I could have been if I didn't let money, fame, and my dad's war profiteering get the best of me. Maybe I just want to keep the kid a kid for as long as possible.
Tony.
End of the day, we gotta find Venom first before any of this matters. Given his symbiote is happily sliming its way across the 5 boroughs, it's gonna be hard getting any kind of reading on him with conventional means, as in the non-demonically possessed kind. Thankfully, there's always Auntie Caretaker and her magic mirror. I'd check in with her. Talk to you soon, Hunter.
Peace. How are you, Peter?
You tell me, Hunter. I'm out of the loop on everything. They're off discussing what to do about Venom, and no one has said a word to me about it.
Maybe they are trying to protect you, Peter. They see your youth and feel the need to shield you a bit.
I've saved the city I don't know how many times. What do I have to do to prove myself? Grow a goatee like Strange?
I do not think that is necessary.
Good, because it would be way too itchy under the mask.
I know it can be frustrating, but you should not waste time wallowing in it.
I know, I should be doing something, because right now I feel kind of useless. Maybe I'll use the forge to bake a loaf of sourdough. Really get in Stark's way until he notices me.
If you want Stark to pay attention to you, there are better ways to make your point than making bread.
Well, I was kidding about that, but if you have suggestions...
Just walk up to him and suggest a way to help.
Okay, you've made your point. Fine. Maybe I'll speak up.
Excellent.
Just give me a bit. I'm a little rusty. The Sinister Six caused me to miss out on my speech class final. Hey, can I ask a favor?
There is a wholesomeness to you that is admirable.
You and my aunt would have...
I see Tony showed you his new toy.
He did.
He is so in love with his toys. I don't suppose he's given much thought as to who should get close enough to Venom to use it.
If anyone understands Venom, it is Peter. He might be a good candidate for this mission. The ability to put ourselves in our enemy's shoes can tell us where they have been and where they are going.
Peter. Interesting. His innate humanity and unwavering empathy for Eddie Brock's plight could make him an ideal candidate. This won't be figured out right now, but we should decide something soon. Time is of the essence. But I suppose you know that better than anyone. We will talk again soon. Please tell me it's not... Ah, yes, I remember this one.
Hey, Hunter. Sure Sure thing. Let's get started. How's that for quality workmanship? I'm here if you need me.
Ready to work? See you around.
I want to ask Bruce for help, and then I remember that, no, that's not an option anymore.
There it is. The creature.
And pretty much the entire Hydra offensive.
No doubt stealing more of the priceless and, did I mention, extremely powerful artifacts housed within the sanctum.
I don't think so. They're fortifying a position here.
You're right.
We're never gonna get close enough to get a symbiote sample.
Oh, I wouldn't say never. Venom problem? No problem.
Wow, you got some serious range on that old Spidey sense, kid.
Or he got my text.
Either way, I'm your guy. Come on, team. I got an idea. Anyone? Definitely should have practiced that more in the mirror.
Sorry, kid. Can't risk a field trip on this one.
Yeah, 'cause you all have so much experience fighting Venom.
Spider-Man's cunning has proven to far exceed his years. In battle, not the talking.
Don't see any of us muscling in when the Mandarin's in town.
Okay, fine. I get it. What's the plan, Spider-Man?
Listen, I'm not a control freak. If you have any good ideas on this mission, I'm all ears.
My only idea is to not get killed.
Given their history together, I suppose it does make sense to trust Spider-Man on this plan of his. What's the worst that...
Yep, and there's Crisscross,
Crossbones.
and Eddie, and a really big... What is that?
Whatever it is, they brought an entire army to protect it.
Uh-huh. Sorry, just need to make a last-second adjustment to the plan.
yes. The plan. What is it?
Right. Okay, stay low, wait for my signal. The time wasted. Surprise.
Suppressing gamma energy versus harnessing it. Oh, when Mother sees what I have accomplished.
What's up, Doc?
Eat his brains.
Signal! Signal! That was the signal! Counting on you again, old friend. 3, 2, 1. That used to always work. Well, it did that one time.
Parker, report. Parker, status.
Well, I am under a little pressure, but Eddie's right where I want him.
You are puny.
I take it we're on to Plan B.
I'd say it's probably more like Plan 1.5. I'm betting those smaller bells vibrate at a similar frequency to their big brother. May not be perfect, but they could buy me the time I need to get that sample.
Little spider.
Yep, walked right into that one.
Hail that.
This ought to slow him down.
Make way for vengeance. We'll suffer for that. We will make you pay for that. Even we have our limits. You only delay our meal. Mother tells us to hurry. Hold still, little one.
Come on, Eddie!
You bring about your own demise. We will always remember this place, Spider-Man. Remember what you did to us here before. We are done playing games. This place will be your doom.
Well, he's moved on from wanting to eat my brain, now he's just trying to bury me. That's progress, right?
Just hit him with the bells, please.
To yourself. Your standing in this world means nothing.
I am impressed. Only the innocent. Show me your sins. Hold the light's gift. Welcome assistance.
Suffer. Hell has chosen you.
Let me give you a boost!
I feel better already.
On Beta, moving into position. We have longed for this moment, little spider, to squash you here, in this cursed place. When you are gone, we shall feast upon your new friend heroes, and then devour your precious Mary Jane.
Hey, Eddie, I know that's just Lilith talking to you or whatever, but shut up already! Have you been eating Hydra again, Eddie? Your breath is almost worse than your bite.
We'll clean our teeth with your bones!
take a nap. Try this on for size.
I suppose it's something.
Here we go.
I will always find you, little one. Not too strong for you.
That was a cheap shot, Eddie.
You're being reinforced.
Your web is broken, little spider. Your trap has failed.
You may be right. This symbiote sample is not worth your life, Spider-Man. We can find another way.
Tell that to Aunt May, Mary Jane, Harry, Flash, Felicia, 9 million other New Yorkers we're trying to save. I say and believe we can stop your mother from destroying this city. It's worth the risk. Just buy me some time.
No running away. It was your time. You have been judged. We'll eat you first. Burn in hellfire. This was always your end.
Looks like they have got help. We cannot keep this up forever.
But we can. Do you really think your puny bell of tin and copper can defy the power of the Midnight Sun?
Don't forget arsenic, lead, zinc, and silver. Let's have a great trip to the Liberty Bell.
is angering. We will make you feel regret.
Lilith will not look kindly on this one.
Your suffering begins.
Imagine what sins they were guilty of to deserve that.
We will never forsake her. On Alpha, reinforcing.
Perhaps if someone fed the creature, it would stop complaining so much. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
There's nowhere to run.
Come on, Eddie, just give it up already. How about we hit up that Chinese buffet over in Bushwick? My treat!
All the food we need is right in front of us. Vengeance has come.
Did you actually just scare that guy to death?
No fair hitting back. Soon we eat.
That wasn't very nice.
Get ready for mine.
You really seem to like me.
Reinforcements inbound. It is of two minds. Both are in judgment of their past. Your torment has only just begun.
We've got it. Let's do this. so far, Eddie. I think it's time we changed it up. So how about we try a little smash up? What? That not a thing anymore?
Let's find out.
Well, this might sting for just a second, but that's perfectly natural. Also, perfectly natural.
What just happened?
Just a little something I like to call the plan.
Fury's got 2 teams digging for Venom as we speak.
You may want to add 2 or 3 more. Just saying.
You dropped a church on him. I doubt he's going anywhere.
Parker,
Uh-oh.
I have seen that look before.
congratulations on a job well done.
Aw, thanks everyone. I'll remember this moment forever. Which is probably how long it's gonna take me to pay the church's repair bill.
Oh, not to worry. Thankfully, we have a billionaire in the house.
Yeah, at least Stark's credit card is good for something.
Oh, these kids. Real sweethearts. Good plan, Peter. Executed like a champ. Craziest plan I ever saw in my life. Still can't believe he pulled that off.
Yes, and now we must make use of the sample he recovered.
We?
All right, everyone. I know you all have a lot more important things to do than cheer little old me on. Let's go save the world. Oh, and if anyone happened to record any of this, feel free to send it my way. For training purposes, of course.
Parker's plan was chaotic but effective. I doubt even
Just between you and me, I wasn't 100% sure that little plan would pay off out there. I mean, I was pretty sure, but I still had that little voice in the back of my head. If you screw this up, Venom's gonna be snacking on your skull. Even worse, I would have let you down, not to mention the others.
I always knew you would succeed, Peter. Enjoyed the praise you received.
Thanks. It's kind of nice to be the man of the hour, even if it only lasts, an hour. Spent so long trying to keep Spider-Man and Peter Parker separate from each other, I never really had the chance to celebrate victories with, you know...
Friends?
Exactly. Thank you for that, Hunter.
However you look at it, be glad we got the sample.
Now we can get the doc home, keep you less explodey. All around, a good day.
We all owe you a thanks.
I was nothing. Besides, helping the boss man test his top-secret prototype on a demonically possessed alien symbiote-human hybrid has got to look good to the folks at Stark Industries. Would love to get a shot to work for Tony one day. Just wish Spider-Man could submit a resume.
But you are working with Tony, Peter. You are an integral member of the team.
Whoa. Mind just...
Peter?
Nope. Mind's still blown. I just need to sit here and let it all sink in, Hunter. I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, I knew Peter was gonna come through.
Next time Parker comes up with a plan, I want to be the one to punch the giant bell.
I knew Peter was going to come through.
It's like we were in perfect sync and moving in harmony with each other. I've been here for such a short time, and I feel like this is a better education than I'm receiving at Empire State.
You attend school.
Yeah, grad school. But I meant all the superhero stuff. Before this, I've had to figure out everything on my own. Here, I have access to 2 whole superhero teams, each with their own way of doing things. It's eye-opening.
You are teaching all of us a few new tricks.
And some better smack talk. But that's no superpower. It's mostly Queen's. So what's your preference? I heard you spent much of your life working solo. Is the team cramping your style?
I cannot expect the team to always be there, but I need to support them when they are around.
See, that's what I'm trying to do. Shore up the team when they need it. And do my own thing when they don't. You want to figure it out together? Let me know the next time you train.
Sounds good.
Great. Just, not an hour before dawn. As he puts it, that's blade time in the yard. Now that's an excellent time.
You look like you are on the hunt.
It's that scent again. Almost feels familiar somehow. I was hoping you and Charlie might give it another go. You down?
Who would miss a chance to hunt with Blade?
I'm flattered. Now meet me out by that creepy-ass church. From what I've seen, you could drop 5 churches on Venom and he'd still keep coming. I doubt we've seen the last of him.
Tell me, Blade, have you found any other unusual creatures during your pursuit of the Barghest?
Seen a few birds hanging around the training yard, but I haven't decided if they're real yet.
Real? As opposed to...
Good moves out there. I'm not sure. The way things operate around here, they could be an illusion, some kind of familiar, a robotic drone.
And what makes you so suspicious?
Guessing you don't carry around a lot of keys. Just like this thing. They don't smell right. It's like someone made what they thought a bird smelled like, without ever having smelled a bird.
I will have to take your word for it.
Damn thing got away again.
You may need some help.
Not so mysterious now, huh? Oops. We should head back. This place gives me the creeps. And that ain't easy to do. You coming?
Let us get out of here.
Do not transform on me now. Oh, look who it is. Aw, who is a good kitty? What have you been doing, Ebony? Catch any ghosts today, girl? Agatha is lucky to have you. You are a cute little shapeshifter, are you not? Do not transform on me now. Aw, who is a good kitty?
Our allies have renewed faith in
Yay! You pulled off the impossible mission again.
Still reading Wanda's grimoire, I see?
Yeah? Why? You got an opinion about it?
Why do you insist on torturing yourself this way?
I can torture myself any way I want.
Reading her grimoire will not bring her back, and you know that.
I don't know anything for sure, Hunter, and neither do you. And for your information, I think I totally found something that might be able to help. According to her grimoire, it looks like Agatha was helping Wanda control her connection to chaos magic. And since chaos magic is a hell of a lot more powerful and ancient than Lilith, I'm thinking there's a way I can figure out how to use it to undo Lilith's hold on her.
Chaos magic is the darkest and most treacherous magic you can play with. It is said to come from Chthon himself. If you are planning on dabbling in it, you will need my help.
You're not, like, afraid of messing with hardcore Elder God magic and inventing a potentially dangerous new spell?
I am dangerous.
Okay, Danger. You can help me by not telling Caretaker what I'm up to. She doesn't believe Lilith corruption can be undone and will totally try and stop me.
She lacks your imagination.
She lacks more than that. Well, if we're really gonna try this, I've got a lot of reading to do to try and figure this out.
And I shall keep your secrets.
Mum's the word, Hunt. Oh, hey.
Something terrible happened here. This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the Coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
They came all the way from Transia with the Abbey to help a group they had never met?
You may not believe it, but I'm sure you would have done the same. Isn't that why the Sons are here today? Aside from that, your mother and Sarah both saw the signs of Chthon's influence. They knew there was more happening in Salem than the persecution of witches.
Chthon's corruption had taken root in the New World just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the Moon Seals to the Knights of Wundagore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the Moon Seal?
After the trials, the Moon Seal vanished along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
Was this always here? I may have forgotten a few things, but I feel as if I would remember a decrepit church on the grounds.
You may not remember the structure, but maybe you've heard of the man responsible for it? Hiram Shaw? This was his house of worship, and like a great many things on the grounds, Sarah preferred to keep it in a sort of mystic quarantine. Even I haven't been inside.
Is that all she did while I slept? Seal things off for our protection?
She can be overzealous at times, but in this case, she was right to be wary.
So, what dark secret does this place hold?
When Hiram Shaw first came to Salem, he was little more than a charlatan posing as a preacher. He managed to convince a few desperate souls to join his congregation, and with their help, he broke ground on this church. Whether it was coincidence or fate, in digging beneath the church, Shaw found something that would change the course of all of our lives. A long-forgotten page of the Darkhold.
If Shaw found a page of the Darkhold, it was because Chthon wanted it that way.
I tend to agree. That cursed book is always seeking out a way to return its master to power.
And a power-hungry preacher makes for the ideal messenger of darkness.
Yes, Shaw was an eager study, consumed almost immediately by the whisperings of Chthon and the Darkhold's power. Nearly overnight, the people of Salem old and new were at his threshold, waiting for the word. Something on your mind?
What do you know about my father?
That's not an easy question, dear. What would you like to know? Was he a good man? Yes, I think he was. Your mother loved him dearly, and he doted over her. I think for a time she forgot who she was, where she came from. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. She and Sarah both deserve to find something more than just another fight with Chthon. Lilith did. Sarah didn't. At least, not for a while longer still. I honestly think that's the only thing she ever had against him, blood or not.
Tell me about Hiram Shaw.
By all accounts, Hiram Shaw was a desperate man. Desperate for power, wealth, influence, the usual desires that cloud men's minds. As I understand it, he was a largely unsuccessful minister before his arrival at Salem, traveling from place to place, swindling whatever followers he managed to gain before being run out of town. To think that a simple man like Shaw finding a piece of the Darkhold was enough to set all of this in motion, it puts things in